We are in the dressing room at the Channel Club with a couple members of New Man, who are going on in a couple hours. New Man has just been signed to Epic Records. Well, not just signed, but just recently. Tell us a little bit about how that all came about.
Well, we've been playing around Boston for a while, so after our EP was out, we put a package together to try to find a record label. And Epic was the one we wanted in the beginning. Our manager, Frank, helped us a lot and just got the connections and we put it all together. We got a lot of labels interested and showcased in New York. And it's about the way anybody does it. You know, there's no secret, it's just a lot of work.
Bob, you're a saxophone player for the band. Are you going to be confused with Clarence Clemens now?
Well, now, you know, rumor has it that we look alike. You know, that's just because, you know, I've got the flat haircut, he's got the flat haircut. He's called the big man, and as you can see, I'm not really a big man. I don't think there's going to be any confusion. He's been around for years and years with Springsteen, and I'm just, you know, this new kid on the block, right?
This has been quite a year with the video. Tell us a little bit about the video, how it was made, and were you expecting the success?
Well, it was made on a shoestring budget by Scott Kalvert, a student from Emerson, and it was his project. He just was looking for a band and came to us, and we said fine, you know, and I don't know, we didn't really expect, didn't expect anything really. We just make it and see what we could do with it. And we were lucky enough to get the MTV thing happening and winning that preliminary thing. And then, of course, at the same time that happened, V66 came out, which is a great station and is just, you know, really helping.
Now I know where bad boys go, straight to hell, to cry and be sorry for their sins. Now I know where they go, straight to hell, to cry and be sorry for their sins. Now I know where bad boys go, straight to hell, to cry and be sorry for their sins. Now I know where they go, straight to hell, to cry and be sorry for their sins. Now I know where bad boys go, straight to hell, to cry and be sorry for their sins. Now I know where they go, straight to hell, to cry and be sorry for their sins. Now I know where bad boys go, straight to hell, to cry and be sorry for their sins. Now I know where they go, straight to hell, to cry and be sorry for their sins. She used to call me lazy, but she meant it in a good way. Used to say that maybe she'd marry me someday. She said she wanted babies, I said nothing doing. She was gone the next day. Boys are stupid.
In matter of fairness, we have the three other members of New Man backstage at the Channel Club in Boston. We went in briefly with Brock and Bob about the Epic recording contract. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that? Who'd like to handle it?
Go ahead, Tim.
Well, basically, we're going to be coming out with a record sometime late spring, early summer. And it's looking like there's going to probably be about 9 or 10 songs on it that we're currently doing live on stage. Maybe there'll be 2 or 3 songs that we've recorded before on the EP. And it's looking like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Scott, have you chosen a producer?
As a matter of fact, a couple of guys that we're considering are here tonight to see the band, and we're probably going to do one single with them, and just to see how it works out. That way, instead of committing for the whole record, we'll just have a chance to, you know, check it out first, which is a lucky thing, I think, because a producer is a big commitment to make for a whole album, you know.
Mark, how does the band go about in choosing which songs are going to be on the album?
Well, that's a process that really involves a lot of different people. We, of course, will determine our favorites, and they'll be individually different within the band. Then there's the consideration of the record company, what songs they like, the producers, which songs they like, and then management will put in their 2 cents worth, and we'll try to all boil that down into what seems like the audience. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a guessing game. We're trying to pick the songs we like, and hopefully the songs that'll work best, you know, as far as the public liking. So it's a little complicated, but so far it seems like we see eye to eye with most of the important factors, you know, people that will be involved.
Where will you be recording the album?
Probably in New York City. I think we're going to do the first single that Scott mentioned at the Power Station in New York.
The other guys mentioned earlier opening it for Bryan Adams and Culture Club. How vastly different is that from playing the Boston music scene, Scott?
It was great. I mean, doing that it opened our eyes to what we're going to be doing, hopefully by summertime once we release the record. We're looking forward to getting on a major tour. Because the audience was, even though we were relatively unheard of outside of Massachusetts, like when we did play down in New York, we just got great response, so we're looking forward to it.
We've opened for a variety of acts. We've done, you know, Bryan Adams, Culture Club, In Excess, Go West, and some of the best shows that we've had have been kind of small. Well, one of them was a smaller show with Go West, which was great, and they asked us to tour England with them in November, which would have been great. Bryan Adams we did over the summer, and that was, you know, huge crowd of maybe, you know, 20,000 people, which was, again, you know, a real rush to come out on stage and do that. So I think there's a wide variety of bands to do, so we're really looking forward to that aspect of working the record, I think.
Is it intimidating opening for a Bryan Adams or a Culture Club?
Not as intimidating as you might think. You know, I mean, everybody we've worked with, as far as crews and band members, have all been real great. And like I said, the audiences were real receptive. So it wasn't. The first show was a little scary, but it's got less scary each show we did.
What is up for 1986 for the band, Mark?
A lot of work.
Yeah.
Beginning about 2 weeks ago, the first of the year, we came in where we're doing a lot of rehearsing and crafting new songs, and we're in a period right now where we're playing a lot. The next step would be even more intensive rehearsing for 2 to 3 weeks, and then we would go into a studio and probably spend anywhere from 1 to 2 months. We come out of the studio, we'll play regionally for a brief period, and then coinciding with the release of the record, we hope to hook up on a national tour with a more established act and get a chance to try to let everybody in the country know who this new man is.